Hello. This is my first Screencastify ever, and I can't find where any of my tabs are. I know you're seeing a whole bunch of stuff pop up here. Those aren't it. It's not it either. This is going to be really, really boring unless I can find what I want to bring up. There you go. Hi, this is Mr. Beavers. What are we doing today? Declaration of Independence. Now, you can see here, I've got something about the Declaration of Independence right there, but that's not where I want to start. Where I want to start is over here. The model curriculum is basically the curriculum that you all have to learn this year. It's what is going to be on. Whoa, whoa. Hi. It's what's going to be on the end of course exam. And if you look here, you'll see that each content statement there, I've got 3 on this one page. There's content statement 6 there, content statement 5. Content statement 4 is about the Declaration of Independence. And you'll notice there's 3 parts. Here's the first part, the content statement itself. And then the content elaboration. And then the expectations for learning right there. So you might be asking, what are those even about? If you even care what those are about. Well, if you care, then here's one explanation for you. The content statement. See this right here? As defined by the Department of Education, you can see ohio.gov, education.ohio.gov says, right? Erase. Ooh, look at there. Right here. It says that a content statement is essential knowledge that you're supposed to learn at your grade level. Yay. Okay, so then you go back to the content statement, and here's the essential information that the Department of Education is wanting you to be able to learn right here. The Declaration of Independence elaborates on the rights and role of the people in building the foundations of the American nation through the principles of unalienable rights. Say that 5 times fast. And the consent of the people. Right, that's a mouthful, and I'm going to be asking you, what do you think that means? But you can see here, just for our purposes right now, this is the main idea of what they want you to be able to know. Then you can see there's a part called content elaboration. And if you know what elaboration means, it's just, this is basically that. It's elaborating on, it's giving you more detailed information on the Declaration of Independence and what they want you to know up here. So here you go. Declaration of Independence was written to express the ideals that Americans believed government should be founded. The ideals that Americans believe the government should be founded on. See, I can't talk, so you might be wondering, why is this guy my teacher? These ideals embodied in individual and civil liberties include unalienable rights. I said it correct that time. Hopefully you tried it 5 times fast already. The consent of the people, equality of rights for all citizens, and responsibility of the government to protect the rights of its citizens. So in essence, this is what you're going to, these are the details of what you're going to have to learn. Big picture up here, some details down here. Now, I've been on a committee that has helped make the end of course exam, so yay, right? So I know how they make this test. I know what their thought process is going into it, and I am here to tell you um, that a lot of test questions come from right here, these details. So if you know these details, then you should be okay on the end of course exam. Expectations for learning. This is kind of like the skill that you need to have. Okay. This is the skill that the state of Ohio wants you to have for. And by the way, when this was being created, there was a whole bunch of teachers in a room hammering out these things. Teachers who know their stuff. So here's what they say that you should be able to know. Explain the unalienable rights found in the Declaration of Independence as they apply to individual rights. So, rights for the individual. That doesn't just mean white people, though, or straight people, or whatever. Marginalized groups is the next thing it says right here. So, how do those individual rights apply to racial minorities, to the LGBT population, to the poor, etc.? And explain how these unalienable rights apply to the changing role of government. And we'll find that the way that people think government should work in one point in history doesn't necessarily mean they think it should work the same way later. So that is my quick explanation for what a content statement is, what's in the content statement, and I lost my train of thought. And woo, 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 woo. When you're doing this, when you're erasing, you got to get every little mark off, because if I left something like that there, that would drive me crazy. So there you go. Okay, what's this crazy guy talking about on the screen? Basically, what I'm trying to say is that the Declaration of Independence is something you got to learn about, and the model curriculum is basically they're telling you what's going to be on the test. And here it is. I'd like to go into more details with you than this, but these are the basics that we've got to know. So hope you weren't too bored with this, and maybe on my next Screencastify, I can include some fireworks and cotton candy or something. All right. Thanks.